Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatchTix.com, where Weofly is introducing us to a really fun watch called the Conquer. When you open the box, you see it looks pretty much like the picture here. We'll go through the user's manual and connectivity guide here in a minute after we pull out and see that you've got the whole module with band strapped in a little container here. Pull the label off that says Up Your Life with Weofly, and there you have it. Really, really sweet. We'll take a deeper look at that and the charging cable in a moment after we let you know. You can pick it up directly from the Weofly website. Try saying that 3 times quickly with something in your mouth. Weofly website. The Conqueror smartwatch for about $60. Discounts, of course, on this. And dual core chipset in this, an AMOLED display. In fact, let me show you the specs. Now, these guys aren't doing specs on paper anymore, so I'm going to just show you what they do. They present them to you in their website. And from the phone, their website, you can see that it has 466 by 466 pixels, very high resolution, high hardware protective glass, 24/7 health monitoring, 100 plus different sports faces on this one. Customized with precision and strength, they claim. A lot of good information in here. Check it out on the website itself. Here you go, different sport modes available in it. There's what's called smart algorithm and powerful hardware, and it goes on into details. I think 800 nits brightness, easy to see outdoors. Really, really great. Okay, let's go deeper. There's a little side compartment here that when you open it up has a 2-pin charging cable, and something unique with these guys, they actually stuck a little label on here with their name on it, Weofly. So if you've got a bunch of different watches out there, you won't be mixed up as to which pin connector goes to this specific watch. And it's a little magnetic coupler. You just get it lined up, and it's pretty hefty. Basically, you'll hold the watch and charge it up. You've got one copper-colored button on here that rotates, and another one down here. It actually rotates, but it doesn't click. The Weofly brand is everywhere. You see the W in the band itself, and its nice overall design. You've got a speaker on this side, microphone and such over here. Bluetooth calling is built into this one. Let's turn it on and play with it. Why, of course, I'll show you the manual first. I know you didn't want me to skip that. The Conqueror user manual, very quick, very basic. It just shows you an introduction, the operation, gets you the downloadable QR code for Weofly Fit. That's another tongue twister. That's what you'll pair up with. Some basic functions in the screens. You'll see all of those in a moment. And other functions and disclaimer. And then it's on to other languages. Connectivity guide. This is sometimes important if you're having difficulty connecting. So I'm definitely going to take a moment, let the screen settle so you can come back if you're having difficulty and read this in detail. Make sure that you, 1, get the watch paired to the app for collecting your data. Oh, we're in another language again. And 2, that you're able to pair it up for Bluetooth calling and stuff like that. Now let's look at it. And long press on the upper right button will turn it on. Give it just a moment to fire up. And it fades in and then vibrates, and then you've got your opening display. Very quick, very easy. A lot of watch faces to show you on this, but we'll step through it. You slide down, you got your controls. Bluetooth is connected for calling. You can turn it on and off here if you want the calls to come through the watch or not. You've got the different ways of displaying your apps are changeable right here. I always put it in the list mode, makes it easier for us to follow. Twist your wrist to see the time activated here. Your overall brightness levels, and that is all the way up, and it is really bright. It's nice. Outside it'd be great. That's the lowest, and it's pretty dim. We're running it on a 2, should be just about right for color when we're doing this on video. Do not disturb. Turns certain things on and gives you longer battery life, stuff like that. You have no other screens of this information, just what you see here, and then, of course, settings. So we'll jump in, display, watch face. This is where you can change to one of several different faces. And of course, you have downloadable ones as well. Notice they've integrated their logo in several of these different faces, analog and digital. Yeah, they're not shy, for sure. This is a nice one because you got a big display of your heart rate over there along with your other vitals and stuff. And that's the one we just opened with. So let's switch to a different one. How about that one? Edge to edge. You see that? Really beautiful the way the display flows on this particular watch. Now, that was coming to us from settings, from display, from watch faces. Here's your always on display. You can turn it on or off, and you can choose from a variety of always on displays. And they are true always on. If this is activated, that display will come up when your main screen goes out. You have two of them, an analog and a digital. I'll leave it on analog for right now. Come back out of here, here. And overall, oh, by the way, I think in AOD, you can set up a schedule if you want to, start and end time, or you can leave it on continuously whenever the screen is off. It doesn't eat much battery. It's nicely subdued and mostly black, so for AMOLED type screens, that doesn't eat much power at all. Favorites. These are all of the different things that you have in the cards that you go around the side with, and you can add things to it, take them away. These are the ones that are installed right now. Those, again, are the ones you see when you do this, and we will be looking at that in a little bit. And further on in display, we've got, after favorites, your overall controls. This is your calls, themes, brightness, do not disturb, settings, and these are the things that are not being shown. Those are the controls that you pull down there. You can have a flashlight on if you want to, power savings, theater mode. Right now, these are the ones that are listed, so those are the ones that you see. Then you got overall brightness, an incremental level here that you can do because it jumps up in stages. We're running it at level 2. And screen time, how long you want it on overall, from 5 seconds to 15 seconds before it will either go off or go into the always on display. Wake up your wrist, twist your wrist to different themes. We just looked at those. They'll display how your apps and things appear. And then your toggle effect, classic, a one-sided zoom, two-sided zoom, or fade in, fade out as it moves between different screens. Those are all fun to play with. When you get yours, you can check them all out. Sound and vibration, simple stuff, your ringtone volume, and, oh, it's not going to play it for us, but you can turn it all the way up if you want to. Vibration, how strong you have it. Your phone audio and mute are available right in here as well. Do not disturb, the theater mode now. This explains what it is and how it works, and you can activate that. The down button, that's this one right here. What do you want it to do? You can select any of these different things. Right now it's set for workout, but you got all kinds of things. Stress levels, notification, looks like all of your apps pretty much. Flashlight I like, or torch, that will make the screen super bright so you can find your way around at night. And if you want to, of course, you can put your workout information as one of the slide-through cards. You change it around to your particular liking. I'll leave it the way it is now. That's how it shipped. Power savings. This explains what will happen with power savings on. And I'll give you longer battery life. You can set date and time, but it'll pick that up from the phone when you pair it, of course. You can enter a password on the watch if you want to, because you might want to have restrict people from gaining access to it. Sports recognition now. This is a fun one where you turn it on, and if it's enabled, you just go about doing your thing. And if you're walking, running, cycling, rowing, or on an elliptical machine, it can detect that, and it'll begin a workout for you. Eats up a little bit of battery, but it's nice, nice feature. Restart, power off, and reset are available when you press and hold the button. That's what'll show up as well. The overall QR code for pairing. Notice it brightened the screen to full brightness. You can hardly see the QR code with all the nits out there. And then about tells you it's called the Weofly Conquer 604. And it'll say Hello Watch when you're trying to pair it with Bluetooth, what to look for. And that's everything here. Then we go up. You'll have notifications sent to you from your phone if you have any that are waiting for you. And now we start to go around. This is your daily activity. Usually it's circles. Here they've made it into a triangle, and you're filling up with the bright color against the dark color as to how far you've gone, I guess. Calories, distance traveled, steps. Today's step breakdown by hour. It's a nice watch. It's got a lot of features to it. There's your daily step count totals, all appearing right there. Then this fun little graph, all of these shoot up and then come down, show you your heart rate by hour and show you your resting heart rate. Nice, okay. By date, so this is your resting heart rate each night, and your average showing up in here. Then you're off to blood oxygen, and it will start measuring. We have to cover the back here. Hold still with it facing up. I do this test so we can take a peek and see that it's using the red diode. You saw it glow there, very sensitive too. And that's a higher accuracy we get with the red and infrared diode combination when it's taking those readings. What I don't like is that it's a scale from 0 to 100, and you're usually looking between 96 and 100, so you can hardly see the difference between them. There's not much data in the chart. I'd recommend to the company that they make it from 90 to 100 or maybe 80 to 100. There you go. There's the always on display. And do we have the twist your wrist? Yeah. And there you light it back up again. So they can make that one better. Like this one, it's your stress is going to be more representative, 0 to 100. Here it's around 25 to 83, it says. There's your high, medium, normal, and relaxed levels in percentages throughout the day. So I'm mostly normal, somewhat relaxed. I'm probably a little hyped up right now doing the review. And you can do a start measuring on that as well. Here's a nice graph showing you last night's sleep time. Awake right there, REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. The breakdown, and then the amount of time throughout the night in each of those segments. And naps. If you've taken any naps, it's picked up. It'll show those right here for you. That's new. I haven't seen that in other watches. Here's your weather stuff in Fahrenheit, centigrade. That seems a little low. It's not, I don't know where it's set for, but not here, that's for sure. It's in the 85 zone right now. Anyway, 32 Fahrenheit, sunny. Future weather forecast. My guess is these are placeholders, and it hasn't synced up with the app for the actual weather in this location. When it does, it'll probably update that. And then you got the music player, and this is a good way to check out what the speaker sounds like. Check this out. That's music playing from YouTube through the phone to the watch, coming right out of the speaker. You can mute it just by covering it with your thumb if you want to. Nice, loud, lots of capabilities here, forward, back, you name it. And then after the music, you're back to your main page with the watch faces, and press and hold, if you get it just right, should allow you to also change faces like we did when we went into the settings. There you go. And we can switch over and show you an analog face, where the hands happen to be exactly on top of themselves at the same time. Right now, one hand. Love it, love it. You can't ask for better things to happen during a review. Maybe later we'll see that. And as it switches out, you see it goes into the one-handed always-on display as well, which shows you the day and the date. Now, we've done everything we could possibly do except for the buttons. When you press the bottom one, you get into choosing one of your hundreds or so different activities that you can do. There's no GPS module in the watch, so you're not going to be able to make a track and leave your phone at home, but you can take your phone with you and get that GPS connection within the app itself. When you press out of this, it doesn't go anywhere. When you double press it, it doesn't go anywhere. So it's a one-time thing. You get into it, you have to slide to get out of it. Now, the big one is you press the top one, and we have a scrolling, twirling wheel here as well. Your daily activity we saw. Here's your Bluetooth calling. When you come in here, you got contacts, logs, dial pad, even SOS can be set up. Heart rate, workout, blood oxygen, blood pressure in here. We didn't see blood pressure in the cards going around, but here's the actual hourly by hourly blood pressure reading, systolic, diastolic, and you can start a measurement and take a real reading right away. Don't trust any of these measurements, gang, until you confirm for yourself that they meet your standards and that they're accurate. In particular, blood pressure. That's a tough one to get right. Last night's sleep time, we saw that chart already. You got breathing exercises for inhale and exhale. You can change the time and how fast it's happening to help you relax and calm down. We looked at settings. You got stress. We saw that. Alarms and weather. There's your workout records if you have any. You can tie in with your voice assistant, Google or Siri, when you're paired to your phone and just ask and hear the results right from the watch. The notifications, a music player. You got a built-in stopwatch with this one. And after it's running a little bit, we slide out of it. We give it a few seconds. It was about 1 to 2 seconds. Now we hit the stopwatch again. You can see it's still running in the background. That's a really nice feature. You can pause it. You can do lap times, I presume, right there. And like I said, keep it running in the background, which we'll just let it do. Countdown timers, you have selectable presets, and then you can set your own. A little calculator built into this with a decent-sized digits. Pretty easy to use. Comes out nice. What else have we got? The torch, that's the flashlight. There you go. Full AMOLED bright screen, 800 nits. Should be easy to use at night. Find your phone, remote shutter. Ladies, your cycle, entire calendar comes up. That's rare. Usually it just tells you where you are in a particular day. But this gives you the month calendar, and you know what the colors stand for. So that's nice. And that's it for all of the apps here. Next, we switch over to their own proprietary app that pairs with this one. You'll find Weofly Fit in the Google Play Store. That's what the thumbnail looks like. You download it, install it, set it all up, pair it with your watch, and you're ready to go. When you open it, it lands on the home page. I've already been in here and synced it up for today, so we're all up to date. That's my step count so far in this afternoon. Here's the weather information. When that's queued in, you'll see the temperature in your area. Tap on it and you can get more details. Here's your overall goal information. Tap here. There's by hour. You saw that on the watch in a tiny little chart. You can get more detail here. Step count, distance, when we actually did specific things throughout the day. That's pretty cool. The actual number of miles, 1,100 miles I walked. Wow. Okay, that might be a little bit off. And more even, it says, huh? Wow, okay. I think that's feet or steps. And the calories burned seem to match up well. Day, week, or month are here in the overall calendar if you want to jump to a specific date. Here's that fun nighttime sleep chart. I only woke up once just before getting up. And REM sleep and light sleep and deep sleep are all shown here. With now a pie chart type, a circle chart showing you your hours in each zone. And where you were, and whether you were normal or high or low in any of these representative categories. And a little bit about your sleep quality analysis is available too. Then these other things, there's your heart rate. Now it's showing you that continuous chart, and you tap on any specific point. At 10:30, I had a run up at 130. Possible, unlikely though. Likely is that the watch moved or jiggled or something or was out of position. Again, look more to the averages and stuff than specifics. But if you're seeing peaks like this and you're concerned, check out with your health professional that you're not seeing AFib or something other going on there. It gives you your daily total of the zones that you're in, and I pretty much live in a resting zone. Occasionally I'm in these other ones, but if you do a lot of workouts, you can definitely get your heart rate up, and it'll start tracking the percentage of time throughout the entire day that you're in those different zones. Blood oxygen. Now, a little easier to see this chart. It's from about 80 to 100. They really should make this chart in the watch, but you heard me on that soapbox already. Here's what it looks like. There's your distribution. You actually have the times that it's each of the measurements were taken. Looks like every 10 minutes. And that goes on and on as well. There's the stress, and light blue is easy. Normal is in darker blue, and moderate and high. So far I've been modulating my stress pretty good, roughly in the under 50 category with a max of 83. Don't know when I hit that. 39 is a low value. And of course you can check other days. Blood pressure, their font's a little big. It might be my phone setting because I tend to have my settings on bigger font and it might be responding to that. But systolic over diastolic, there's the continuous chart, and it's being taken again every hour. No, every 10 minutes. Why? 211, 221, 321, that's 10 minutes, that's an hour. I don't know. It's taking it when it wants to, but it is your blood pressure reading. And it also is, tracking all of this stuff in millimeters of mercury, and that's the particular scale it's on. And ladies, here's your overall calendar you saw on the watch. You can update in the settings all the specifics of your situation and have it update the chart so you can track where you are and what's going on. And that is the home page. The sports page now shows a map of where you are. If you start an exercise, you can do these different exercises here and take the watch with you and have the GPS coordinated connected with what you're doing. If you've done some workouts, they'll transfer over and you can see those when you go into here as well. Your overall device then, this is the name of it. This is the watch face market. So if you want to add more watch faces, different than the stock ones that come here, you've got updated ones, multifunctional dials like this, simple ones. Wow, interesting. Okay, mechanical dials with lots of information are fairly simple. Looks like you got your astrology signs in here. Pisces is there. All right. There's a show us more. Okay, into the mechanical dials. Here's a deeper look. And when you release, it will load more if it has them. And we could spend all day on each of these, but we'll show you just a few more. No more, it says. Okay, and that one, what else did you want to look at? How about fashion art as a category? And again, these are going to just look exquisite on the watch because it's a full-on AMOLED display. And it has really, really high resolution in its pixel count. So, yeah, you can go wild with some of these, and they'll look phenomenal on this watch. Enough? Okay. Got a balance between those of you who love faces and can spend the whole review and the others who want to keep moving. Incoming call, health monitoring. You want to get in here and make sure you've enabled all these different things. I don't usually do the sedentary reminder button, but I want stress and blood pressure, oxygen, and heart rate to be working continuously. Your app reminders, going to cancel out of that, but you turn these things on and this will activate the push notification to your watch of the ones that you check and not the ones that you don't. You can get SMS reminder and alarms here, address book, SOS calls, basic stuff. Your device settings, you can enable all of these things, do not disturb, timing out, and again you can set these from the watch itself as well. Check for firmware update, unbinding, and whatnot. Me, it's you, your ID, your basic information. I register as a female, so we get the tracking information for cycle, and you can just make what your numbers are that match you. You can set goals in here for steps, calories, and distance you want it to track. Your overall units are available. You can just simply follow the system or do 12 or 24 hour. A lot of flexibility there. You have training schedule. Your number of steps to complete with each scheduled activity, weekly reports, and so on. So a really nice app. It's pretty well fleshed out for all of the basics, and it covers everything you basically need in the watch, from sleep to walking to all your biometrics. So let's summarize. This is a pretty cool watch. You got always on display, AMOLED screen, high resolutions, really nice designed watch faces. You got all kinds of controls in here. Bluetooth calling with this one, twist your wrist to see the time. Lots of brightness for outdoors and full settings that you can take advantage of. And many, many more things. The displays are great. You not only get the information directly here on an hourly basis, and your charts for sleep time are all integrated on the watch and, of course, in the Tethering app. It's a well-built, solid design. It checks all the buttons and things that you're looking for in late 2024, early 2025 for a basic, high-end, hardened smartwatch. It's the Weofly Conquer. That's the name they've given it. And check the show notes for our discount coupon and direct link to their website. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.